Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just to unfamiliar coordinates. Topped off the porch like I can touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that's time delay.
Old mamas I test from way back. One of the original players.
For a run
from the Himalaya.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Recognized game, I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang was different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it, trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing, you do best not to test it. Yeah, you right, real all in my blood supply. Take it ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. Say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Real baby, my favorite time.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before you get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me okay and everything looks and sounds good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking and sounding bad, then please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everyone who is in the building early, and I'm going to shout out some contributions to the beast. All right, feeding the liquidity. So shout out to Lehman Lucas. Make sure y'all throw some beast, all the good stuff in the chat for Lehman Lucas. You know what I'm saying? He hit your boy with a Cash App. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all show him some love. And shout out to my man Lunch. Make sure y'all show him some love. He hit your boy with a Cash App too. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my man AB Promotions for the off-rip ducats. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Alonda for standing on business. Definitely appreciate you, Alonda. You know we gotta show Alonda some love for standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
All right, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me see who is in the building. Shout out to my man AB Promotions. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Carlton. Shout out to Alonda. Shout out to my man Win Loser Rug. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to my man Lehman Lucas. What's good with it, bro? And we got Tia in the building. Shout out to Tia. Good to see. And if I missed anybody, good to see each and every one of you. I don't have much time, so we're gonna try to run through this really quick. Shout out to the 10 percenters. Hopefully, no one has been flushed out. Who's been flushed out? Put the toilet in the chat if you've been flushed out. All right. I've said this multiple times, but we're making an official statement today, signing it in blood. You know what I'm saying? The Beast Mark way. No one cares if you buy crypto or not. Shout out to my man AW1. What's good with you, bro? Right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. This is not a cryptocurrency advocacy channel. This is not a channel trying to encourage non-crypto holders to get 0.1 big. We don't care. We literally don't care. This is a channel of like-minded people who know what time it is, who invest in non-US dollar assets and have a common interest in cryptocurrency, AI, and developing markets, more commonly in order to become filthy rich. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said the commode is stopped up on my end and I can't flush it. Right. No one's getting flushed out, right? No one's getting flushed out. So I just want to make this channel, the content that we do when we talk about cryptocurrency. Shout out to Lunch. Make sure y'all show Lunch some love. I appreciate you, bro. Lunch hit your boy with a Cash App. Definitely appreciate you. No one's if you're not into cryptocurrency, we could care less, right? I just want to put that out there. No one is hard line trying to get anybody involved with. We don't care. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? You have a happy life being poor. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy poverty, right? You know. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the broke people. The world needs the broke people. If it wasn't no broke people, wouldn't be no rich people, right? So we need you broke. You're contributing to our wealth by being broke, which is perfectly fine. It's just part of the reality that you got to deal with, right? We're going to talk first about wealthy people, right? We're going to talk about wealthy people. Shout out to my man, John Guillory. He put this in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, please make sure you take a moment and join the Discord, all right? What's that say? What that says is 40% increase in crypto millionaires in 12 months. How'd that happen? Shout out to the people in the chat. We got enough people in the chat. Somebody explain to me how this happened. How did this happen? I'll tell you one way how it happened. While some people were distracted with quote unquote the Charlie Kirk issue, right? Other people were distracted with the AI boom / crypto boom issue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? So there's that. Shout out to Carlton. Uh-oh. Here come the hammer. Uh-oh. Here come the hammer.
Here come the hammer. Here come the hammer. Stop. Hammer time.
Or did I use the wrong tool? It's supposed to be the wrench. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh.
Here come the hammer. Here come the hammer. Stop. Hammer time.
Well, you know what Nas said? It came to me in my sleep that this Gay-Z and Cockefeller Records wanted beef. I'm just saying. But I know that ain't the case, though. But somebody told Carlton that nobody was making money from crypto. Who these people then? Who is this? Who is this? Let's find out who. Let's find out who it is. 40% increase in crypto millionaires, not crypto zeroaires, crypto millionaires in 12 months. Report finds world's wealthy prefer crypto and gold. Let me ask you this, Carlton. Was you told this by a wealthy person? Shout out to Tia. Tia says no one cares about Charlie. I would not disagree with that if I didn't turn on my YouTube app and I scroll down and literally it takes me 10 minutes to scroll past all the Charlie Kirk content from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? From all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate and vanilla gone wild out here. You know what I'm saying? People stuck on stupid can't stop talking about the same stuff. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? You get it from every direction. But one thing that I think is interesting is that you don't get the wealth content from every direction. You know what I'm saying? Right? Ain't that weird? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. What's good with it, Brooklyn Queen? We got Bitcoin Shantae in the building. What's good with it? Now keep this in mind. You see this company called Iren? Keep that on your palate because we're going to talk about that later. But you see, they increased today 12.86%. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Yo, throw some money bags in the chat for Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug said, I made 1,000 plus over the weekend trading crypto. I don't know who they ain't lying to you. Yeah, somebody lying out here, bro. And I tell you what, it ain't me. If I was lying, I would have a bigger channel. If I was lying, instead of 11 people in here, I'd have 11,000 people in here. Shout out to you, T. I appreciate you. It's good to see you today. Shout out to the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Midwest. Shout out to the Steel for Real belt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now look at this. In just the last 12 months, right? Let's look at this, right? Somebody says fake news. This article was posted Wednesday, September 24th, 2025 at 6:28 a.m., right, for the early birds, because if you notice, the financial stuff always comes on in the morning because rich people get up. Rich people don't see them trade school commercials that come on during Maury. You know what I'm saying? That come on during Judge Judy and all that. Rich people's favorite meal is breakfast because they're up looking at the markets because the markets don't sleep because the markets are all over the world, right? Shout out to Lunch. Lunch says they say if you want to make money, follow Nancy Pelosi's trades. They got a new Nancy Pelosi whale basket on crypto.com. Speaking of crypto.com, I don't know the validity of this, But there's a nasty rumor going around that they got hacked. Now, I don't know if they got hacked or not, but I'll tell you one thing that got hacked, about 30% off of the Crow value. That definitely got hacked. All right. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Next time Crow goes up 50%, I might just have to sell off some Crow and buy some Bitcoin with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like seeing thousands of dollars disappear out of nowhere for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. But some people do, though. Some people do like to see thousands of dollars disappear out of the clear blue sky for no reason. And they tell you crypto make you broke. You know what I'm saying? In just the last 12 months, crypto millionaires have exploded in number, surging by 40% to a record 241,700 globally. Visibly high net worth investors are increasingly favoring cryptocurrency and gold over traditional assets, contrary to not so popular belief. All right? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys show Brooklyn Queen some love. Brooklyn Queen says, I'm so glad you're live streaming, Rob. Salute to the Kryptonians of Beastmark Financial. Facts. If you support that message, make sure y'all throw some dogs. Make sure y'all throw some Doge and some cats, some Doge and some pop cats in the chat for Brooklyn Queen, for funding the organization and ban y'all lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Uh-oh.
In Springfield,
don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit.
they're eating the dogs.
Said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate you. We are 15% of goal. We are 15% of goal. Shout out to y'all. I definitely appreciate it. If y'all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and share the stream to your social media. Look at IREN on the corner. My question for you guys is, why is IREN up 12.86%? What's going on over there? All right. The Crypto Wealth Report 2025 from Henley and Partners, published on September 23rd of 2025, reveals a metric rise not in only crypto millionaires, but also crypto billionaires. I'm snitching. Carlton said somebody told him that no one's making money in crypto. No one's making money in crypto. We don't care what anybody else is doing. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Shout out to the people that have held crypto in the chat. Have you all made any money? If you made money, throw some flames in the chat. If you haven't, Throw a clown face in the chat. Institutional adoption is at an all-time high. No one's using crypto. I repeat, no one's using crypto. Okay? No one's using crypto. I'm blocking this article. How many people would agree that this article is disrespecting the host? I know Carlton agrees. If you guys would agree that this article is disrespecting the host, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to AB. AB said, I already know. Y'all already know I made money. This article is disrespectful. This article is so disrespectful. Crypto billionaires surged by 29 to 36 globally. Cryptocurrencies are even being launched by the sitting U.S. president and first lady. Okay, we know that. Now, I wouldn't be the one to go out and tell you to buy those, but people have. You know what I'm saying? And they've made money. Shout out to them. At the apex of the crypto wealth pyramid, the number of ultra-wealthy individuals is rising sharply. 400 centimillionaires now control crypto portfolios worth $100 million or more, up 38% since last year. Okay. Why are the wealthy flocking to crypto and gold? Why, ladies and gentlemen? Why are they doing that? Thanks to crypto and gold's borderless aspect, traditional assets are losing favor among the rich. Carlton, I know you hear me. Look, hey, I know you hear me talking to you, young man. Was it a rich person that told you that? Andrew Amoyles, head of research at New World Wealth, explained how crypto and gold have become the leading portable stores of wealth as global mobility surges. Listen, I repeat, I'm not going to say this again. If I have to say this again, I'm shutting the stream down. Crypto is not a store of value. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Forget the data. Forget the facts. It's not a store of value. I mean, sure, it's storing a couple $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Right? Crypto market cap is what, about 4.2 trillion currently? Shout out to AB Promotions. He said, you a damn lie. Right. Right. Where Cobra Commander at?
Unsubstantiated fantasy! Lies! 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 You cheated! I'm going to tell on you!
Hey, man. What's up? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, they told me no one is taking crypto as payment, but AI debunks that myth. You know who else debunks that myth? If you would like to enjoy a nice, hot Frisco melt, you can go to Steak and Shake and pay for it directly on the Lightning Network. Yeah, through the drive-through window. Yeah, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? In previous decades, diamonds were widely used to move money discreetly. Today, Crypto and gold have largely taken their place, he said. Gold is at an all-time high, if I'm not mistaken. It's close to what? 3,700 an ounce. Today, cryptocurrency has made geography optional with nothing more than 12 memorized words. An individual can secure $1 billion in Bitcoin instantaneously, accessible from Zurich to Zingao alike, said Dominic Volek, head of private clients at Henley and Partners. Let me ask you guys this question. What is a private client group? How many people use private client banking? Anybody use private client banking? What are the requirements for private client banking? Look it up. Notably, a small store of value in the amount of 14.4 trillion worth of wealth crossed national borders in 2024. The entire architecture of modern finance assumes that money has a home address, but cryptocurrency doesn't, said Volek. According to the report, the world's most crypto-friendly jurisdictions are racing to attract mobile digital asset investors as luxury migration is on the rise. What is luxury migration, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, Bitcoin is becoming the foundation of a parallel financial system. This is contrary to popular belief, right? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said you basically need to have money to get into that sector. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, you know, most people, it kind of tells you something if, you know, you talk to people and you ask them, who's your private client person? What? Yeah, private client. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense why people would say the things that they say. You know, your information is adjacent to the circles that you're in, right? So, you know, yeah. Right? Bitcoin is becoming the foundation of a parallel financial system where is not merely an investment for speculation on fiat price appreciation, but the base currency for accumulating wealth, said founder of ZZ22 Technologies, Philip Bauman. Okay. Bitcoin has gone from being seen as a volatile speculative asset to a cornerstone collateral for a parallel financial system. Samson Miles, CEO of Jan3, calls this shift the defining paradox of our age. Now, that's interesting, and it goes into some other things. It goes into some other things that I would actually like to talk about, but I just haven't really had a lot of time to do any streams. But if you guys are interested in talking about those interesting things, then I can guarantee you that they are extremely interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to find time to talk about them. I'll try to find time to do a stream tomorrow or something. It's going to have to be a super stream because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm not going to have time to like do a bunch of other streams. So I'm going to have to hit y'all with one and be done for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right? Michael Saylor, you know what I'm saying? You all already know about Michael Saylor, right? People who use fiat, you know what we call them. What do we call them? So yeah, we can go into some more of those interesting things, right? And again, we can find more information like that, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to take it back to the original video, right? That started all of this off. Who's going to eat good under Trump? Who's going to eat good under Trump? Do you guys remember the list of companies that we said we should keep track of and maybe take a look at and monitor? One of the companies that we said we should do that with was a company called Riot Platforms. How many people remember Riot Platforms? If you remember Riot Platforms, give me a thumbs up. If you do not remember Riot Platforms, give me a thumbs down. How many people have invested in Riot Platforms? Don't lie. Do not lie. Now, from the moment We made that list. Remember, Riot was on the list. Mara Holdings was on the list. Clean Spark was on the list. The only one I haven't started experimenting with is Clean Spark yet, which I plan to actually this week probably. Okay. Who's been investing in Riot platforms? That was definitely on there. Go back and watch the old streams. When we first talked about Riot, I started investing in Riot. Okay? Small amount. $10 every paycheck. Right? There you go. What do you guys think? Total invested, $200. Total gain, 163.59. What do you guys think? Average cost per share, $10.10. Current share price, $18.36. What do you guys think? 81.80% total gain. Why? Where'd that come from? So that's Riot. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. W, yeah. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says you're eating under Trump, bro. Facts. If you use politics for anything other than an investment vehicle, I gotta look at you kind of weird. Gotta look at you kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Now, we talked about this a while ago, right? Now here's some substantiation of it. Analyst says these Bitcoin miners are a buy on AI demand. Didn't we say that a long time ago? Now analysts are saying it. Bitcoin miners, the first one listed, Riot Platforms and IREN. Remember I said keep IREN on the pallet? Rallied Wednesday, which Riot has actually been rallying quietly the entire year. No one's talking about Riot Platforms, and it's up 81%, which is insane. And that's only 81% since I started putting $10 biweekly into it, right? Have rallied Wednesday, while Cypher mining reversed from an early climb after an analyst initiated coverage on the shares. A REIT on Wednesday launched coverage of Riot Platforms, IREN, and Cypher mining with buy ratings for all three of the Bitcoin miners, the Fly reported. As with other recent analyst reports, a REIT noted that demand for artificial intelligence computing provides long-term opportunities for the company. Okay? So what did we say? Bitcoin miners' computing power will be used to advance technology. Did we not say that? Shout out. And Oracle, that's another stream that I didn't get a chance to do. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, right? Oracle, shout out to AB. AB said I made a mistake and sold all my stocks. I sold $1,000 of Oracle, and they are about to buy TikTok. Now, I got to ask you guys this question. Why are people so opposed to wealth? Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Why are people so opposed to wealth? A REIT sees Iran benefiting from its mining fleet upgrades through its self-funding data center construction. Riot could reach $2.3 billion in recurring earnings before taxes, interest, depreciation, and amortization by 2031, the researcher estimates, driven by 2 high-performance compute data centers on a co-location rental model. Cypher, meanwhile, offers a lower-risk play on AI compute storage given its joint venture structure, the firm wrote. All right. A REIT has had a 78 price target on Iran, a 26 target for Riot, and a 24 target for Cypher. Iran on Monday announced that it had doubled its AI cloud capacity after procuring an additional 12,400 graphics processing units. The Bitcoin miner, during its August earnings, announced that it had been named an NVIDIA preferred partner. Okay. I'm going to add NVIDIA, Oracle, and Intel to my stock portfolio. I'm just letting y'all know. So we're going to be watching them. BlackRock recently paid a dividend. Shout out to BlackRock for dropping some dough. Right? Cypher mining has soared since its early August announcement. Right? So I want you guys to understand. Do you guys realize that Bitcoin fueled this industry, right? If you guys would agree, Bitcoin fueled this industry, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, Bitcoin did not fuel this industry, and give me a thumbs down. Okay. In the long run, we expect to see the site fully leased by HPC tenants, CEO Tyler Page said in the Q2 earnings release. We're well equipped to become a leading developer of HPC data centers while continuing to set the standard in Bitcoin mining. So I need to look at where Iran is. I need to find them. They're not on Cash App. Maybe they're on crypto.com or Robinhood. Robinhood got everything. But I'm going to be checking out Iran. Iran was not one of the companies that we talked about. We did talk about Riot. I didn't know about Iran. This is my first time hearing about Iran. Okay. Riot stock has vaulted 76% so far this year. No one is talking about Riot. I always tell all my friends, I tell people that I talk to at work, yo, check out this company called Riot Platforms, man. They're going crazy. Nobody does. And people then turn around and tell me about other stuff that I don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Iran stock popped nearly 13% Wednesday, extending its record highs and adding to its 380% gain this year. 380% gain this year, Iran. 380% gain. These companies are having boosts in their value like crypto has boost in its value. Okay. CIFR stock reversed from an early surge to tick down a fraction, which extended its streak of 3 consecutive daily advances. Cypher mining is trading at 4-year highs and is approaching its record high of $15.36 per share. Shares have rallied about 205% in 2025. Iran, Riot, and CIFR eating good under Trump. I guess people can afford to not make money, right? I mean, isn't that what, if that's what that tells you, give me a thumbs up. If that's not what that tells you, then give me a thumbs down. Okay. Now, the price of Bitcoin on Wednesday climbed above 113,500. The world's top crypto is still down almost 2% over the past 2 weeks. So you know what that means? Just liquidate everything. Just liquidate everything. Because the moment Bitcoin goes down in any amount, oh, it's not going up, so it must be going to zero. Even though it's progressively gone about as far away from zero as something can go. That's the logic. That's the logic. You know what I'm saying? That's the logic. that'll get you broke. You know what I'm saying? Remember that Samuel L. Jackson rum on the Chappelle show? It'll get you broke. All right. I think you guys already know. Y'all already know who and what will get you broke. Right? You know who and what will get you broke. Bitcoin is not a store of value, despite the fact that companies that mine Bitcoin have increased over 300% this year. Does anyone have an explanation? Going once, going twice? Publicly traded miners are riding the AI infrastructure boom. Didn't we talk about the AI infrastructure boom? Let me ask you guys this question. Who's driving the AI infrastructure boom? When it comes to Beastmark Financial, the only politics we care about is profit politics. That's it. When it comes to everything else, keep the change, right? Shout out to AB. AB said, Rob talked me out of buying a Bitcoin miner. I did. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, I was watching a podcast where they were saying Bitcoin wasn't a store of value. So we can say that, right? But then if we say that, well, we have to look at actual stores of value. So if that's the case, if we're doing that, like the only store of value is a universe and a black hole, right? So sure, you know what I'm saying? Like Bitcoin's fine. You know what I'm saying? Right? Now, what is a store of value? I guess would be the question, right? How do we define what a store of value is? Because technically everything could be a store of value, right? And technically nothing could be a store of value. What is the hard line qualifications and criteria of a store of value? You know what I'm saying? And I think when it comes to these ideas, you know, people will make their own ideas and slant those ideas based on the message that they want to push or what they believe. Right? So here's my question, right? What is a store of value? What is a perfect store of value? Something that fits the definition of quote unquote store of value perfectly. And then we can compare that against, you know, a basket of assets. What do you guys think? I think that that's the fair way to do it. Because when people say these kind of things, they never have hard line criteria. They have flexible criteria that can move to allow them ease of argument. And a lot of times, like, people don't recognize that. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be my question for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. What is a store of value? And the store of value question about Bitcoin, that's been an age-old question, like since Bitcoin came out, like on the rise. Like Bitcoin's not a store of value. You know what I'm saying? It's an old school argument. You know, people have said that for a long time. Then when they start comparing stores of value, it becomes difficult to say what is versus what isn't a store of value, because most things, in my opinion, for one, the idea of value store is a subjective idea. unless there's hardline physical components that set the criteria, and there in most cases there isn't. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a good discussion, though. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good discussion. So publicly traded miners are riding the AI infrastructure boom as investors bet excess capacity can fuel high performance computing. Look at these, like look at this. Look at this giant green candle. Miner share prices year to date. I mean, it's just going wild. The Bitcoin miner chart, this could also be looked at as a Bitcoin adoption chart. Now, look at these companies. Riot, Iron, Bit Digital are among the names extending multi-month rallies as the Bitcoin mining sector pivots beyond Bitcoin. OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank's $400 billion Stargate build-out has sparked speculation over miners' role in meeting surging energy demands. What did I tell you guys about energy? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I was told Bitcoin is not a store of value because you can't touch it. Says who? Like these companies are literally a part of the Bitcoin network. I think people can't separate the idea that Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency that stores the value of the physical Bitcoin network. It's interesting to me that people say that you can't touch Bitcoin, but never discuss how you can't touch the internet, right? But everybody knows that there's a multi-pronged internet telecommunications network, right? There's phone companies, cable companies, satellite companies, but you can't actually touch the internet. Like if I said, go touch Google, you could go touch the Google building. You can go touch the Google cloud storage facilities, right? But you can't actually touch the zeros and ones. It's the same thing, but it's accepted for the internet and it's not accepted for Bitcoin, despite the fact that like we're literally looking at companies right here that are large, basically nodes on the Bitcoin network. How's that work? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says Bitcoin is on a big ass computer, aka data center. Yeah, facts. Just like the internet. The internet is made up of multiple companies, right? You got like the AT&T, the Bell networks, the cable companies, right? All these different companies. Fiber optic, telephone, electric, part of the grid, right? Let me ask you guys this. Can you touch electricity? Yeah, you can. You might get shocked. But I mean, this argument of you can't touch something. There's a lot of things that you can't touch. The same person that says you can't touch Bitcoin will go in on a conspiracy theorist that says you can't touch the moon, or like the moon landing hasn't been proven, or is the earth flat, but you can't touch or see any of that stuff from a first person's perspective either. You know what I'm saying? The same person that'll tell you you can't touch Bitcoin will tell you why they believe in God undoubtedly. When, you know, there's the Bible versus like 10 to 15 years of price charts that we all have seen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just a form of cognitive dissonance. And again, it's a form of cognitive dissonance that we don't owe anybody the burden of explaining, because again, we're not working for the Bitcoin marketing team. We're working for the we're gonna get rich team. Right? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says they'll believe in Bitcoin once they are used as human batteries to power it. Everybody's used as a human battery to power their employer, and you know they don't care. I'm saying that's why they have a department called Human Resources. You know what I'm saying? Right? But you know, And then again, like, all these things are facts. Like nothing that I'm saying is an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But this is disrespectful to the host, Carlton. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? You get out of pocket like that again, you know what I'm saying? You'll be placed in timeout like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Right? So the price of Bitcoin remains stuck in the mud, and corporate Bitcoin treasury firms have gone through a full boom and bust cycle in a matter of weeks. But the Bitcoin miners have been in major bull mode thanks to artificial intelligence and high performance computing as a new growth driver. Now, do you guys remember? Didn't I tell you guys that the Bitcoin difficulty adjustment would be the driver in more efficient energy, and it would be the driver in technological innovation? Did I not say that? How many times have I said that? I've said that multiple times. The action continued on Wednesday with the sector posting big gains led by Riot Platforms and Iren, each ahead about 13%. Hut 8, Clean Spark, and Bit Digital were up closer to 6%. From the April lows, Iren has been the standout performer, gaining nearly 500%. 500%, y'all. Fueling the momentum today is news that OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank are accelerating their strategic AI infrastructure program with 5 new U.S. data center sites. This is going to pay attention to this. This is going to be important. And this is where a lot of money is going to be made. And you know what kind of people money turns away. You know what I'm saying? So, like they say on a lot of that content over there, that quote unquote certain demographic, right? The expansion will bring nearly 7 gigawatts of planned capacity and over 400 billion in investment, with a goal of reaching 10 gigawatts by the end of 2025, according to OpenAI. The sheer scale of speculation for AI demand could be entering bubble territory, but AI miners are one of the main beneficiaries of the capital and infrastructure needed to meet those massive energy requirements. Even traditional pure play Bitcoin miners like Riot Platforms and Clean Spark are now moving into AI high performance computing, and their stocks have both benefited, with Riot up 85% year to date, Clean Spark ahead 55. Clean Spark was definitely one of the companies that I said to look at. We even looked at their about page. You guys remember that? Interestingly, Mara Holdings in a recent month pivoted to more of a Bitcoin treasury play, and it's underperforming most of the sector, gaining just 10% in 2025. So it's still outpacing inflation, right? And I have Mara. Mara was one of the companies that we talked about, and Mara has the second largest public Bitcoin holdings next to MicroStrategies, right? So, just wait to that halving, right? So again, right? Had you invested $10 every 2 weeks from when we talked about the Bitcoin mining companies, at the very least, with Riot Platforms, you'd be up today 81%. You'd almost have made back your entire investment. You say, I'm only $37 away from making back my entire investment. It don't know what to say, except for the fact that that's all I got. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them after the video. All right. Shout out to AB. Make sure y'all show my man AB some love. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Alonda. Make sure y'all show Alonda some love. And shout out to Bitcoin Shantae, a.k.a. Brooklyn Queen. We definitely appreciate you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
Run for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom from my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion, it's talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing. Looking for the funds, run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds, run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds, run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it, trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing, you do best not to test it. Yeah, you right, real all in my blood supply. Get ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signing, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signing, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.